And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WPA Bruins tip-off, the 2017 edition, as we are ready to start off our broadcast schedule here on SUVtv. This first matchup is going to feature SLAAM basketball taking on Team Takeover EYBL here at the beautiful Penn Hills High School here in Pittsburgh, PA. Very nice digs here. When you look at the main gym setup, they can accommodate 3 full courts in there, and here we're off to the side here on the showcase court in the auxiliary gym. The SLAAM and Takeover has officially tipped off. Tell you what, that's one way to start it. As Team Takeover gets on the board, that bucket there by Jakia Brown-Turner. As Takeover strikes on the offensive end and then comes back and follows it up with a steal. SLAAM basketball not going to have a large margin for error here in this matchup, just when you look at it, the matchup on paper. Just the personnel this Team Takeover squad has, and that's not to shortchange SLAAM basketball by any means. They have some capable players. They're well coached. So not to say anything is impossible by any means, just laying out this particular matchup as both teams try to get loose as we approach the stretch run there in the travel season. Good way to tip things off. Those first couple travel events, a lot about diagnosing where your team is, strengths, weaknesses, getting those players used to playing with each other. If you're lucky enough, you'll have a team that has some built-in chemistry from past years, as that one blocked out of play there by Lauren Ebo. They're on the attack by Maddie Allback. So still a 2-0 ball game in favor of Takeover. SLAAM basketball still trying to get on the board. With SLAAM, the first half of the battle is just making sure they can get it across the timeline. You have to avoid those turnovers that just lead to quick spurts of offense for Team Takeover. That one was deflected out of play as Maddie Allbuck appears to have a very big role on her plate today in terms of being the catalyst for the SLAAM basketball team, not only handling the pressure, but being able to attack and make sure they find a way to get good shots on goal. So far, she has really probed the defense, even though it's been knocked away a few times. There she'll get called for the double dribble. You even saw there in that last sequence how Allbeck was able to get into the heart of the defense. For SLAAM basketball, it's just about what you do once that defense collapses. There's a lot of length there on that floor for the Takeover squad. They'll move it around. There's a three-pointer on the way. Good. Score that one for number 24, Kate Klimlewitz. So it's now 5-0. Allback trying to use the screen. Get it over to Jade Boyd. Boyd trying to find room to operate with. Elbow jumper. That's a good look there for SLAAM basketball, and it's cashed in by Sierra D'Angelo. Some of what you talked about. Handled the pressure, moved it around, and then what do when they actually get the defense to collapse? They got to knock down shots, just like they did there on that last play. SLAAM trying to turn up the defensive pressure there a little bit on their own. It'll be last touch by them as they can't keep it inbound, so Takeover will inbound it. Amy Collins with it, now over to Klimlewitz. Ebo wants it on the block, they'll get it into her. Ebo scores inside, makes it 7-2. Five-point game. Driving along the baseline, contact, and headed to the free throw line. There is Sierra D'Angelo. D'Angelo was guarded by Ebo there on that play. While you might give Ebo a slight advantage in the post there, D'Angelo having the advantage in terms of sort of stretching the floor out and making Ebo guard her on the perimeter. Ebo went to close out there. D'Angelo takes advantage and will head to the free throw line. Good on the first free throw. So we'll have a couple substitutions on the SLAAM basketball side of things. Number 52, Destiny Roberts. And number 33, Catherine Jewett. On the takeover side of things, trying to see that number. Looks like a number 3. That's Talia Dixon checking in, as well as number 4, Paris McBride. Collins has it. She's double, so she'll kick it out. Here's Dixon. Back to Collins. Collins hasn't gotten on the board yet, and that just means she's due. Gets the jump hook to go, make it 3-9. So we'll play 2 16-minute halves. We've already ran about 4 minutes off of this one. All over the passing lanes, but unable to keep it in bounds. There was Dixon. So it will stay with SLAAM. Come to compete hashtag. A mantra here for this WPA Bruins tip-off, and I think both teams are reflecting it well so far. A little bit of a slow start for SLAAM, relatively speaking, with Team Takeover starting off with the first 5 points of the game, but SLAAM keeping their composure. Offense flowing a little bit more smoothly as it can when, you know, you've got defensive lineups where the shortest player is usually right around 5'10" or so. You've got some very good height and length on this takeover squad. Sierra D'Angelo will throw it in. Abigail Peachin, number 23, she's in the contest. Now here's Albeck. Albeck is caught in the air there. It's going to be deflected out of bounds. Head coach for SLAAM basketball, Jamal Woodson. On the Team Takeover side of things, you've got Ronald James. Risky pass, but Albeck comes away with it. Block to Albeck, she saves it, and that's a jumper. That'll be a 2. Foot on the line for Jewett, but still a splash nonetheless. 5-9. SLAAM provides a little pressure of their own. Team Takeover breaks it. They get it into Collins, and Collins finishes. So Mimi Collins, she's got 4 points here so far. In need of a lifeline there in the corner is Peachin. Six-point game. A little bit too much air under the pass. Turns into an easy pass and layup drill there for Team Takeover. That was Jessica Booth who scored that lay-in. Collins misses it, trying to clean up what she messed up. Sticks with it and lays that one up off the glass. Now a 10-point contest. Albeck pulls it back out. She's got enough space to launch a 3. Can't get the shot to go. Nice box out and board there by Team Takeover. They get it into Collins. She's triple team. Makes the pass. 3-pointer on the way. That one's short. Checking in for SLAAM basketball, number 2, Jade Boyd. Back in at number 22, Mia Kukaro. So Boyd has it. Boyd. Nice job of making it happen there on the inside by Jade Boyd. As no help came, she was just guarded one-on-one there by Talia Dixon, and she's able to get the score. pull SLAAM basketball to within 8. That pass, a little bit too much heat on it as it goes off the chest of its intended recipient there in Paris McBride. Kate Klimlewicz checks back in. Approaching the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Turnover right in the hands of Klimlewicz. Dixon to Booth. Extra pass to Klimlewicz. Already has 1 3-pointer. Off the mark there on that second attempt. But the offensive board will give Takeover new life as far as this possession is concerned. You know, if you're SLAAM, you don't want to give Team Takeover open threes because they can make them, but your lesser of two evils is definitely them launching jumpers. When you look at their size inside at the guard, wing and post positions, but if you're SLAAM, you cannot give them multiple opportunities to score because more times than not, that will be the result. As you see, that one scored by number 9, Jakia Brown-Turner. Yeah, 2 to 3 3-point attempts there. Team Takeover missed both of them, but a couple offensive rebounds, and they make the third time a charm. That one's turned over. Here's McBride. McBride leaves that one short. Reinforcements at Klimkowitz. That one's off the mark as well, so McBride gets the hoop and the harm and will go to the line to take care of the back end. So with 9 minutes and 2 seconds left to play here in the first half. McBride at the free throw line. Checking back in for SLAAM basketball. It'll be number 21. No number 21 on my roster, but it appears to be Vigliotto. Vigliotti, my apologies. That's Vigliotti. So we'll get that first name there from the scorer's book there at halftime. 20-7 ball game. Wheeling and dealing, can't get the shot to go, could Boyd. 13-point contest. Klimlewicz working along the baseline, met by 2 SLAAM defenders and sent to the charity stripe as a result. So Klimlewicz headed to the line, the Paul the 6th attendee. A chance to add to the 13-point advantage. Checking back in, Sierra D'Angelo. D'Angelo will be a key piece in any SLAAM basketball comeback / maintenance efforts as far as making sure this lead doesn't get out of control and it doesn't become too much of an uphill battle. D'Angelo not only has to rebound, as you see her do there, unfortunately for her, saves it right to Klimlewicz. But D'Angelo will have to stretch the floor some. Rebound, just a full plate, to be honest. Paris McBride knocked down that jumper there, that last possession for Takeover. Jumpers off the mark. Albach trying to put some pressure on Kayla Lyles. All right, a couple adjustments made there on the team takeover roster. So my apologies for stepping away there momentarily. We want to make sure we're giving the appropriate credit where it's due as far as these young ladies that have come here to compete per the event hashtag. 26-9, SLAAM ball is competing, but not matching that level of execution, which is at a very high bar. The level of execution that they need to make sure team takeover doesn't pull off. They're down by 17 now. But in a tough spot. Now EYBL will head to the free throw line. So just to clear up some things, number 5 on the floor for team takeover, that's Jessica Booth. Kayla Lyles is number 4. And Paris McBride is number 0. So on the floor for team takeover, number 1, Savannah Simmons. Number 23, Mimi Collins. 24, Kate Klimlowitz. Number 3, Talia Dixon. And Lauren EYBL, number 34. For SLAAM, you've got number 3, Maddie Allbeck. Number 23, Abigail Peachin, who drives there, trying to get that pass over to Sierra D'Angelo. And we'll have a tie up there. Looks like the possession arrow will send it over to takeover. Then also on the floor for SLAAM, you've got number 2, Jade Boyd. And number 52, Destiny Roberts. Baseline jumper. Good to go there for Talia Dixon. The McDonough High School attendee pushes the lead to 20. Allbeck coming right back. Can't get it to go. You know, even when SLAAM is able to sort of get the step on the defense, good hustle by Dixon, the assist. Klimlowitz with the lay-in. You know, even when SLAAM is able to kind of push the envelope and get inside, they're still having to hit very high degree of difficulty shots. They're just with the takeover defense, the combination of length, athleticism, and size that they have inside. It's definitely posing a problem for SLAAM basketball right now. And offense, really not a ton that they're doing wrong. It's just a matter of being able to hit shots with a few outstretched arms in your face. And that's after having to work hard to get to a close proximity to the rim, on top of having to defend on the other end. Allbeck over to Boyd. Boyd was looking for Roberts. Now Roberts going to come out, set the screen. Boyd tries a 3. Can't get it to go. Takeover off to the races. And a traveling violation going to be called there against Kayla Lyles. One thing Allbeck has been able to use to SLAAM's advantage is she's been able to use her speed in order to get past or around to take over defenders. The problem is just the help that's coming once she does. It's both Allbeck and Boyd. I'd say they've been the main catalyst in terms of being able to create shots there in the half court. But even then, they have to work very hard to do so. Allbeck probes, now comes back out. Sets up that three-pointer, and it's off the mark. So under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's a traveling violation. Goes against Brown Turner. Spigliotti will check back in for action for SLAAM basketball. She'll give Maddie Albach a breather, a much-deserved breather. It's a much-deserved one, but it might not be the longest one. It's Albach, a very important part of the SLAAM basketball offense. Stewart on the cut, Boyd's pass, intercepted. Kayla Lyles appears to be a little shaken up. So Lyles will have a seat. Checking in, Jessica Booth. Get it to Collins. Collins right at the elbow. They'll let her read the situation, and subsequently the shot comes. She misses. Goes, gets the rebound. A swarm of SLAAM basketball defenders in there.
Let's get to the block off the catch. Work from the block, all right? Mix it up.
So we'll have a foul. Foul going to go against Destiny Roberts. As Roberts will have a seat, checking back into the contest. It'll be Sierra D'Angelo. So Booth. Three-pointer on the way from Simmons, no good. Collins, another rebound inside. 2 for a dollar sale on threes. Team Takeover still can't cash in, but they're pounding the offensive glass. 4 offensive rebounds so far here in this possession. Coach James imploring his team to be more deliberate about getting it inside. SLAAM basketball with pesky defense whenever they do. Simmons, the wraparound pass is off the mark. Can Boyd come up with it? Yes, she does. Off to the races. Booth behind her. And Boyd able to flip that one up and in. Jade Boyd, the Oakland Catholic attendee, pulls SLAAM basketball to within 20. Now they can get it under 20. Here's Boyd. Jewett. Jewett, that's a wide open look. Collins gets the rebound, pass ahead to Booth. Booth drops it off. Dixon misses the bunny. That one's blocked by Boyd. Looked pretty clean up top. Must have got her with a little bit of body. Looked like a pretty clean block up top. But she will go to the free throw line to shoot too. So we're approaching the 2-minute mark. SLAAM with a couple things to build on the defensive end here the past few possessions, outside of giving up the number of offensive rebounds they've given up. You saw Boyd get a couple steals. They threatened to really cut it to an under 20-point deficit. But Takeover keeps it 20+. And, you know, you mentioned the offensive boards, and SLAAM basketball doing a better job of minimizing those for Team Takeover. That's much easier said than done. Certainly realize that when I'm mentioning it as a key to the game. Much easier to say that from a courtside seat than out there having to keep a Mimi Collins, a Lauren Ebo, a Klimkowitz off of the offensive glass. But it's still something that they'll have to do if they'll come back in this one. Drive, pass inside to Collins. Collins, easy flip up and in. So a lot of it, it's not just the size of Takeover, but what they can do with that size. If you have players that aren't agile or mobile enough to be able to make the plays that you see this Takeover squad making, it, that can make a difference. But you've got a player in a Jakia Brown-Turner listed as 6 feet even. You got Kate Klimlowicz. You've got, even at the point guard spot there with Savannah Simmons, who runs point for this team. You just got players with size that can do things over the top of defenses, but also use their body to get the spots on the floor and take advantage of the other options that they have on the interior, like an Ebo or a Collins. Players that are very proficient at being able to score in close proximity to the rim. But I give SLAAM credit. I think the effort has been great on their end. I think a lot of shots just haven't fallen for them. And they need a few more of those to drop.
Were you open? Was Talia open? Don't be in a hurry. That's
So Albert brings it across. Gets the step. She's been able to do that consistently. And there you see Sierra D'Angelo. Talked about her early in the contest. One of the better possessions for SLAAM basketball was when Albert got inside, kicked it to D'Angelo, who was able to knock down a jumper along the elbow. She'll need to knock down some shots in the mid-range. And for Albach, the problem hasn't been getting into the middle of the defense. The problem has been when she does, being able to get productive shots on goal and points once that defense collapses on her. That will be an ongoing item here throughout this contest. D'Angelo at the line, out the first, trying to get two, and gets that one to go as well. So D'Angelo makes it 35-15. Gets it to Ebo. Now here's Clem Lewis. Now working there. That's Brown Turner. Can't get it to go. Good defense there by SLAAM. Here's Albach. Albach to pass to D'Angelo. D'Angelo with the lay-in. Lead is under 20 now, an 18-point contest. With SLAAM, you don't have to get it all back at once. You chop it down in consumable bits. Now they're under 20. Clem Lewis. Too early in the game to call it a dagger, but as far as the surge of momentum going into halftime, Albach able to salvage it a little bit. It is under 20. So Klemkowitz with a three. Albach comes through with a tough lay-in. 19-point game, 3 seconds to work with. Dixon off the mark, and that will do it here for the first half at the WPA Bruins Tip-Off Classic. Team Takeover up big in this one. SLAAM basketball not going anywhere. We'll see what happens in the second half here on SUVtv.
Are you someone who is taking care of an elderly or disabled family member? Find out how you can become an approved home health caregiver through Christian Home Health Care and get paid for your services. Christian Home Health Care can provide the training and certification you need, and we'll handle all the required paperwork and exams free of charge. Become a direct care worker for friends and family. Call Christian Home Health Care at 412-323-0203 or go to ChristianHomeHealthCareForYou.com.
For the moment he arrives, and the day you let go. For first floor remodels, and second honeymoons. For new loves, and old flames. For everyday needs, and someday plans. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
Welcome back here to the WPA Bruins tip-off tournament as we are ready to get second half action going here. Team Takeover with a sizable advantage. We are ready to tip off the second half. For those that might just be joining us, the best nutshell summary I can give you is that this Team Takeover squad has been able to use their size advantage as well as some good shooting from Katie Klimlowitz in order to establish this advantage. Klimlowitz's shooting ability certainly not reflected in that opening air ball there that you saw in that last possession. There she gets the layup. Klimlowitz actually led all scorers with 12 points there in the first half. For SLAAM, it's been no shortage of effort. They really relied on their floor general in Maddie Albeck to set things up and try to keep the Team Takeover defense honest, but overall, Takeover has done a good job defensively to where even when Albeck and Boyd and company have been able to get inside, they've made sure each shot has a couple hands in the face, minimum. But score that one for SLAAM to make it 21-40. Good thing about SLAAM, led by head coach Jamal Woodson, is that they haven't panicked. They haven't made a ton of mistakes. You know, Team Takeover doesn't really need any help, but for the most part, SLAAM, you know, hasn't done a bunch of things wrong in order to have the lead where it's at right now. So for them, you see a team that hasn't mailed it in. They're not panicking, trying to get it all back at once. They're just trying to break it down. They were able to get it under 20 going into halftime, but now trailing by 21. Boyd on the drive has it blocked by Klimlowitz. She goes to the deck to get it. All but can't get the three. Collins with the rebound. Now she'll start the break. Had Ebo running with her. Makes the decision to keep it. Flips that one up and in. Does Mimi Collins. Collins pushes the lead to 23. As Simmons will get called for the reach around foul. Savannah Simmons listed at 6 feet. Takeover comes up with the steal, but Ebo called for the travel. Takeover with it, Klimlowitz. Splash from the outside, looking more like the Kate Klimlowitz we saw in the first half. Here's D'Angelo. D'Angelo, that one blocked out by Ebo. Subbing in for SLAAM, it'll be Jewett. Catherine Jewett, number 33. Good cut there by Boyd. Couldn't get the shot to go. Three from the corner. Off the mark, another offensive rebound for Collins. Ebo thought that pass was for somebody behind her. Klimlowitz able to chase it down, and Coach James gets the timeout. So a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 21-47. Team Takeover leading SLAAM basketball. We'll be back with more WPA Bruins Tip-Off Classic.
First dances, and all the ones after. Old friends, and new adventures. Big dreams, and little wins. Happy endings, and happier beginnings. Life is a matter of ands, and more lives and more goals come together in one place. S&T Bank.
Special thanks to S&T Bank, a presenting sponsor here for this year's WPA Bruins Tip-Off Classic broadcast. As we resume play, Savannah Simmons gets that to Ebo. Ebo looking to finish. Fouled by Roberts, so he'll have to go to the line to earn both of them.
I'll take the foul on that. Yes, it is. See, what you did good was you went down and you switched on it. Next time, just put your hands straight up in the air. Don't go for the block, okay?
It's Coach James over there emphasizing to Ebo, going in with a little bit more, I guess, tenacity and really being able to use her body there on a play like that. There was a foul up top, but Coach James demonstrating to Ebo that he wants her to sort of initiate that contact there. There's a get a look at head coach Jamal Woodson there for SLAAM basketball. I'd love to see different areas of the country represented when it comes to the brand of basketball they play. Of course, it's not an across-the-board thing. Every team and every player from a particular area doesn't play the same way, but it's always fun seeing hoop in different parts of the country and some of the fabrics and I guess hoop personalities of different regions. As you see the hoop, the horn, and one score that one for number 5, Jessica Booth. But I made that segue just to talk about the DMV area. Takeover. A lot of these players play at Paul VI, Bishop, McNamara. Those types of schools in that area. That WCAC there, when you look at, that conference that houses Bishop O'Connell, Paul VI, DeMatha, so on and so forth. Just a very tough brand of basketball, and teams out of that area tend to do very well in national competition. I'm from Indiana originally, so the hoops hub that's there, but based in Atlanta now, and a ton of high school and travel basketball events come through that Atlanta hub, and the DMV always well represented, whether it's some of the high school tournaments we broadcast or some of the travel events. Plenty regions in the country representing the DMV. Definitely making his presence felt. I think that's a big part of what it's all about, whether your area is known for a particular style of basketball or has a ton of players that are known or teams that are known, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, it's all about lacing them up, taking advantage of the stages that these events provide, including the WPA Bruins tip-off. The Bruins, the Adidas national champions there. A program that always represents Pennsylvania and the Pittsburgh area well also in the events where we broadcasted them in Atlanta. First time covering SLAAM, but they're a team to keep on the radar, a team and a program to keep on the radar as well. 50-23. We're under 9 minutes left to play here in the second half. A couple substitutions in for Team Takeover, including number 9, Jakia Brown-Turner, and Kate Klimlewicz checking back in. Skip pass over to Booth. Booth can't get it to go. Good defense there by Abigail Peachin. Boyd got it over to Peachin, but Peachin steps out. Easy lay in there for number 4, Kayla Lyles. SLAAM hasn't given up a point that easy this entire contest. As again, I think most of this game I would summarize it as what Team Takeover has done right, not really what SLAAM has done wrong per se. That last possession or that last fast break layup, definitely an outlier. As for the most part, SLAAM has defended well. It's just been Takeover being able to have that ability to score over the top and being able to use some of the strong pieces that they have at their disposal. I was going to have a foul there on the screen action. Klimowicz comes up with the steal, has Allbeck, avoids her there with the two-step, but can't get the layup to go. Lyles on the drive, just short. That three splash from the top of the key there by Vigliotti. Mimi Collins checks in. Jessica Booth will get a breather. Under the 5-minute mark. Running clock scenario as far as tournament rules. Once a 20-point lead is gained in the second half, it becomes a running clock until the deficit is brought under 20. Dixon will head to the line. First free throw good for Dixon. Allbeck has it up top. Team Takeover still defending like the game is on the line. At this point in the season, every team is not only trying to get their players ready, but trying to work on different things as a team. Deflected out of play. Destiny Roberts checking back in for SLAAM basketball. We'll have more WPA Bruins tip-off classic action coming up once we get another timeout. If we get a timeout prior to the end of this one, we'll go over that schedule. 6 games total broadcasted here on SUVtv today from the tip-off. Offensive rebound, get that one out of here, says Roberts. She blocks it over to Boyd. Boyd has it stolen by Simmons. Simmons gets rid of it to Collins. Collins, pull up, too strong. Rebound by Roberts. Like how Roberts is playing inside. Team Takeover isn't playing like they're up 20. SLAAM isn't playing like they're down 20 in terms of resting on their laurels or mailing in the rest of the game respectively. Mimi Collins appears to be done for this particular game. Good footwork on the inside leads to an easy bucket for Brown Turner. Albeck off the mark on the triple. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule here for the rest of today. So you'll have Western PA Bruins, Zeiss taking on Diamond on the Hill Guyton up next. You have Dayton Metro versus Western PA Bruins Cash at 12:20. 2:40, All Ohio Express takes on Team Takeover. 3:50 p.m. MAC basketball versus Michigan crossover. And then our last broadcast of today will be the Capital City Comets versus Central Pennsylvania Elite.
Can't fall asleep. That's you on that backside. Ball was over there. You were itching out though for a steal, all right? Take responsibility for your space. Guard your yard. Settle, Jack, settle. Just a hand up, just a hand up.
Shot short, rebounded by Simmons. Lyles tried to get that one to Dixon. For that triple, or the officials rule it a 2. Therefore, Mia Kukaro. So that is going to do it for our first broadcast here from the WPA Bruins tip-off tournament. Team Takeover able to get this one over SLAAM basketball. We'll catch you back here for more Bruins tip-off tournament action after this quick break.